Hi everyone, welcome to the Ecosystem Innovation video series. Today we're going to talk a little bit about integration. Integration is often the most complex part of procurement implementation. Anybody who's done a procurement transformation knows that integration can become quite onerous, and especially in mid-market companies, there is often an even more difficult challenge because you don't have big teams. The IT team tends to be small, same with procurement, same with AP. And when you start looking at procurement transformation or AP transformation, that can become a bit of a scary thing. So on the SAP side, we've already done a lot of work. So it's a much simpler exercise than it used to be when it comes to SAP ERPs. We've done more native integration, so it's more out of the box, at least as much as possible. It reduces the TCO and there's less overhead on IT and the rest of the business. But the DNA of the SAP procurement suites via SAP Ariba has always been ERP agnostic. We may be part of SAP now, but historically, Ariba has integrated to any kind of ERP. But integration, especially in today's world, you need some help, and that help, especially in the mid-market where you have ERPs of all shapes and sizes, you need some support around that, and to make that just as simple. NetSuite is of course one of the most common, but with NetSuite you don't get the richness of spend management capability that you need, and perhaps more importantly, you don't get access to a network that helps your business intelligently collaborate with your suppliers. So how do you take advantage of a best-in-class procurement suite and the SAP network to help your procurement challenges, create that close collaboration with your suppliers, but do it with a NetSuite backend? Make that integration just as simple as it should be. Let me introduce Mark from Celigo, who's one of our partners, to discuss exactly how you can make that happen. Hi, Mark. Welcome to the video series.
Thanks, Mo. Nice to meet you, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. I'm the VP of Strategy here at Celigo, and we're very excited to be a SAP partner and working to kind of help fill this gap that you mentioned here. At Celigo, we are an integration platform as a service, in IPaas for short. So we, as an integration platform, we provide our customers an easy to use integration framework for connecting your business systems together. And what this allows you to do is it brings the power of a technically capable platform that both gives power that a developer needs on the back end, but also democratizes integration and brings something that's accessible to a technical friendly business analyst, for example. And through our framework, we can we bring integration to the mid-market and allow companies to quickly and rapidly build and deploy integrations faster than honestly they really have experienced or expected in the past. And there's a lot of ways we go about doing that for our base of customers, but we have everything from templates sitting on top of the platform to integration applications, which are even more advanced concepts. But we use these, and we have over 3,500 customers that we're servicing, and we've brought templates to the SAP Ariba network to help connect SAP Ariba to NetSuite, for example, on both the buyer and seller side to achieve more operational efficiency for your customers.
So when you've got a platform that you built, which is Integrator.io, can you talk to us a little bit more about how that works? And you've mentioned some of the pre-built integrations and templates. How does that fit on top of it? Because from what I've seen, it's very much a you can do a lot of this configuration through this tool.
Exactly. So if we think about Integrator IO, it's the foundation for integration that we utilize. So it's a cloud-based solution, acts as your pipeline for your data from between your business systems. In this case, Ariba network and your ERP, and within that we can really connect anything to anything. So we have pre-built connectors that connect into your endpoints, your ERP, or Ariba in this case. But then on top of that, we layer in these additional features to speed up your integration process. So that as a customer, you're not building everything from scratch every time. We can take our extensive procure to pay and order to cash experience, look at that, and build in pre-mapped flows essentially that are addressing the movement of your transactions, and pre-build those out and provide pre-built mappings for some of the fields and business logic that's being used. And then on top of that, as a customer, you can still customize that. So, for example, from a buyer perspective, having a pre-built flows for that purchase order going into the Ariba network. On the seller side, that sales order down into your ERP system.
Right.
Exactly. So building those and those templates, we can bundle those together, what we call kind of a quick start template package, and then allow that to be quickly deployed. And that very much speeds up the effort to get that automation up and running and delivering value.
So which document types or flows are we talking about here? Because it can vary, right? Every organization, in a mid-market organization, there are some standard flows that you use. Can we just talk about which ones you've connected?
Yes, certainly. So if we think about that, we've got we start out with from a buyer perspective, that issuance of that purchase order coming up into a Ariba network. The seller then receives that as a sales order, confirms that. We're moving those confirmations back through the system, back to the buyer. If there's a cancellation, for example, getting that synced over. We've got ship notifications that we're integrating, bringing those upstream through the network back to the buyer so they can be notified. If you've got bill credits, item receipts, invoices, bill payments, we really look at the full life cycle of your interaction there as a business, integrate those flows, and allow you to fully automate that process end to end.
And this is something that occurred to me, was that often we only talk about buyer integration, but just as important is the supply management of that, right? So if you're onboarding suppliers onto the Ariba network, as an example, you also want the supplier to be able to integrate easily to and from the Ariba network. So what you're talking about here is Celigo acting as the integration point, not only for your buyer integration, but you can also do that for each one of the suppliers, correct?
That's exactly correct. Yeah, we have the templates built out both for the buyer and the supplier side. And I think what's interesting about the mid-market ecosystem, there's tremendous value there on both sides of the Ariba network, and it gives those suppliers, with the combination of that integration and ability to reach a much larger market and take advantage of it. And we see those suppliers benefiting from that integration as much or more than buyers.
Right. And in terms of, again, you've built quick start packages to kind of really, it's not about, you can build it as you go along in a very easy user interface. And I've seen that. But if you can just talk about what the quick starts actually do. If you're a customer and you pick up a quick start, a pre-built quick start package, what does that include?
Yeah, certainly. So the quick start packages include the pre-built flows. So what we do there is we look at integrations from a standpoint of endpoints. Those are the systems on each end that we're connecting to, and then we look at each record or object that's being moved from one system to another. We refer to that as a flow, and so we're from talking about that buyer scenario again, when the buyer on their side, they create that purchase order in their ERP, that we consider that one flow, moving that purchase order up from the ERP into Ariba. That's one flow. So what our templates do is it predefines those flows, because we can look at these common patterns that our customers have used in the past, and are asking for. And when we analyze there's a consolidation there of the way our customers we've seen use that with the systems that we're building the templates for. So we use that as a starting point, pre-build those flows out, and that also includes common field mapping. But they're also customizable. So it's not a one-size-all solution, because that's really dangerous with integration. One size doesn't fit all. So what you want is the speed to move fast, have something that you can get started quickly, hence the quick start naming, but also go in there and customize those to fit the needs of your system implementation and your business
custom
process.
Fields, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. And so in effect, this becomes a pre-built middleware that has everything already mapped out, and then you add anything. You look at each one of the flows. You look at what's available out of the box. Is there anything in our solution or our business, in our NetSuite implementation, as an example, that is different? If there is, you add that into the flow. You ensure that that's happening on both sides of the fence, and then the data will move from one place to another in a more seamless fashion.
Exactly, Mo. That's just it. So because we're providing you the templates, but it's on top of a full integration platform as a service. So if your business processes differ for some reason, and maybe you're using a custom object in NetSuite, or you're using a transaction a different way, you've defined a custom transaction for a part of this process, that's okay. You don't have to use all of the pre-built flows. You can turn them off, not implement them, use the ones that fit for you, and then find a custom flow on our platform, and it's still dramatically faster than any of the other approaches. So you can mix and match both during initial implementation, but as your business grows, and maybe you have new business use cases, and we can really adapt with you, with a customer, as their business changes and evolves.
And what about the management of the flows thereafter? So with testing, you have the test environment. You'll be able to test that. You then go live. With the live transactions, how does a customer then manage that in terms of ensuring that there are no errors that happen through the integration? Is that also managed via the platform?
Definitely. Integrator IO or IPaas provides a full set of error management and notification features. So you can stay on top of the exact status of your integration by the minute, and manage it however you want. If you want to log into there and look at it directly, all the features, management, reporting, presentation, drill down into an error, for example, retry capabilities are all there. But we also have notifications, so you can receive notification as a customer if something goes wrong. And along with that, we've at Celigo we've made a big investment into what we call error management 2.0. So looking to where is it going next in IPaas, and error management is an area where we've invested a lot into artificial intelligence and machine learning to make that easier for customers.
Brilliant, excellent. Because that really hits the value. I know that integrations that you do you tend to have a middleware platform, and then it all becomes about the management of that and how much management is going to need, and all of this is an overhead. So when we think about the value of and then the key benefits of this kind of solution, can you talk about some examples that you've had from implementations that you've done either on the buyer or supplier side where they've seen the evidence of the benefits of Celigo in Integrator IO?
Yeah, definitely. We actually have a customer, Amigo Mobility, who came to us and was connected to Ariba was using Ariba networks, but they didn't have any integration built yet. And so this was a great platform for them, but their NetSuite ERP and Ariba network, they weren't integrated, and
right.
This was resulting in a great deal of overhead for them. So they were spending, they estimated well over 30 hours a week manually moving data back and forth. This was resulting in errors, misnotifications, and ultimately that was straining business relationships and causing customer frustration. So they worked with us. We worked with them to build an integration, get that in place, automate those processes end to end, and through that they were able to bring a great deal of efficiency to this whole process and really automate it end to end and achieve their goals very cost effectively and more quickly than they expected.
Great, thank you. The other element that I wanted to talk about is, I know we've talked a lot about NetSuite today because the examples that we're showing are NetSuite, but it isn't just NetSuite that you're concentrating on, right? You're looking at literally any ERP to connect to the Ariba network, correct?
That's definitely correct. So well, we've built out some more templates there. We kind of started in the NetSuite ecosystem. We can connect to any mid-market ERP, and that's really our focus as a company is mid-market ERP in general. So we have pre-built connectors to everything out there from Dynamics to Dynamics, Workday, Acumatica at the smaller end of the spectrum. Really a broad spectrum of ERPs in the mid-market. And so no matter what you're on, we likely already have a connector and we're already integrating with customers in that ecosystem.
Yeah, and that's really important. I think that again, the Ariba network is a very powerful ecosystem in and of itself. And it isn't just about SAP. It is, we can connect anyone to it, and using the technology that you've built, you make it even easier. So for mid-market companies, it's important to understand the benefits of the Ariba network. I'll put a link in the video so that you can see the benefits of the network as well if you don't know about them already, and you've probably shied away from it because you've seen the SAP Ariba network. It's platform agnostic, and if you work with a company like Celigo, you can integrate to it very, very simply. Whether you're talking about payment compliance, optimizing your procurement data flows between yourselves and the suppliers, getting closer collaboration, adding intelligence. This is what the Ariba network connected with Celigo and your ERP will provide that you do not get today. And it's really important for anybody looking, especially in the days of pandemic, which is why integration becomes so critical. It's all about going digital, right, Mark? And if you don't go digital, you're going to have that challenge. So I love what you guys are doing, and I really appreciate it.
Excellent, thanks, Mo. It's really exciting to partner with Ariba on this, because we feel like the synergy of your platforms and integration, those are multipliers. That's how you really unlock the value for customers. And as we've seen in the pandemic, it's accelerated this concept of digital transformation by years. Yeah. And it's absolutely amazing to see companies forced to really look at how they can optimize their business processes, be more efficient, and that digital transformation, its foundation is about automation, and a big part of automation now is integration, connecting these great business systems we have access to and unlocking the potential of the business. So it's great to be part of this, and glad we can provide some keys to help unlock the value for our mutual customers.
Another interesting one, I think, and we haven't mentioned this, and I'll put it again, a link in the description so that you can connect to it. Integration, as I was saying at the beginning, tends to come at a large cost. But what Celigo are doing and the way that you're doing it, the cost isn't something that's going to stop you. Do you want to? I mean, I know that you have priced yourself very well for the mid-market. Do you want to talk a little bit about the?
Yeah, definitely. So we're very open and transparent about our pricing. We fully publish it on the web, and we're very much targeted at it offering tremendous value to customers in the mid-market. And so it's compared to options or methods in the past, we really bring that by bringing that pricing down, we can allow companies to get involved and integrate that felt that was maybe out of their reach or they're not quite ready. And what this does is, it's never too early to start, and that's what we really want to provide as an opportunity for all businesses to become more efficient.
So I'm going to try and pop a link at the top of the video, and I'll put it in the description as well, so you can go and see it for yourselves. I think the other opportunity here is that whether you're a customer or a prospect of Ariba's today, or you're considering it, or you're an SAP Ariba partner, where you do not have the capability to integrate to non-SAP ERPs, the Celigo solution can help you help your customers. So, again, look at the links. I'm also going to drop a link to the video. There is Mark, you guys have done a great little video. It's 5 minutes long, which is why I didn't want to add it in here. But it actually takes you through the process, right, of how you configure the solution, etc., which is 5 minutes, and you can see exactly how you do it.
Exactly. That video is a great walkthrough of how it works, and it quickly gives you a good feel for the process and what it's like to actually work in our system, and the flows and that we connect for you, and definitely take a look.
Okay, brilliant. So the summary: mid-market integration solution, priced perfectly in my view, very easy to use, connects both your buyers and your suppliers. So if you're a mid-market company and you're worried about, the Ariba network, yeah, we can connect to it, but what about our suppliers? It needs to be easy for them. This is the solution for that also. And as well as that, it's a cloud solution, so it's iteratively improved on a regular basis. So I would encourage anybody who's thinking about this or has considered it and has got worried because of costs in the past, please do check out the Celigo solution, because it's brilliant. Mark, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. And look, I really look forward to working with you some more, because as you do more, as I know you are doing, we'll continue doing some more videos to highlight some of the great stuff that you're building.
Fantastic, Mo. It was a real pleasure to discuss this with you, and we're very excited about the partnership and continuing the work we've done so far. We look forward to helping your customers better use the Ariba products.
Thank you very much. Speak again soon. Thank you, Mark.
Take care.
Okay, bye.